What's up, guys? Straight from the chest. My name is Groth. And guys, I just want to thank you for listening and tuning with me on this beautiful, lovely Wednesday. Yes, it is a lovely Wednesday, even though coronavirus is out. It's still lovely, man. It's still lovely. We still got today. We still got everything to be thankful and grateful for today. We got our parents, our family members, our friends that are alive and well. We got a lot to be thankful for. We have food, we have shelter, we have transportation. I know you know all this, but sometimes it has to be drilled into our heads again that we have a lot to be thankful for. You're not dead yet. You still got shit to take care of on this planet. And that leads me into a story. My mom called me today and she was just, like moms do, really worried about what I was doing, where I was going. And I actually told her I was running an errand. And she says, "Errand? What do you mean? Is there a lot of people where you're going?" And I said, "I don't know." And really, I wasn't running an errand. She's going to hear this. I was actually going to get coffee. I don't know why I didn't say coffee. That's what came out of my head. I don't know. But I said, I called it an errand, and I said, and she said, "I don't want you going anywhere where there's a lot of people." And I said, "Mom, I'm not gonna get this." I said, "If I get this thing, I'm not gonna die. Don't worry." And she says, "Oh, so you're the one person," and I'm totally over dramatizing this. "You're the one person, Just," she calls me Just, "that is immune from this disease." And I said, "Listen, you should really stop listening and watching the news and really get your information from a medical professional that understands this at the molecular level." And I'm not saying that it's not a cause for concern. It is. But I told her, and this is what I told her before we got off the phone. I said, "I got way too many things to accomplish before I die. This isn't going to take me out. I got way too many more things to accomplish in the time of my life. This is not going to take me out." And guys, even though I said that out of frustration and somewhat of from a comedic sense, to her, this is applicatory to you as well. And that should be your framework every single day. Just because something is plaguing our earth does not mean that this is your demise. Because you got way too many more things to accomplish. Your time isn't done yet. And that needs to be your framework. That even if you get this thing, you're going to come out of it. That us as a nation, we're going to come out of this. This isn't something that is your end. It may be some folks' end, but choose to understand that it's not your end. That you have way too many more things to accomplish on this planet Earth with regards to developing who you are and leaving your legacy for this to take you out. This is just the introduction. I'm just getting started. So if you're with me so far, keep going. Because this is just, like I said, we're just in the intro. And I'm already talking like this. But this is who I am. This is the way that I breathe. This is the way that I process. This is the way that I think. You think this is for the podcast's sake? You think this is the way I act because I'm on a radio channel? No. This is how I am in real life. And this is how you should be too. This is the adoption that you should carry. Adopting the formidable process of knowing that this is just something that's a kink in the road. And this is actually your opportunity to come back into centration with God. And I'm not saying that he's like, "Oh man, I don't know what to do now. This thing is going like crazy and I don't know how to stop." Listen, he's not going to stop it. You know why? I really think that would be just too easy for him. He's going to allow it to run its course, because I really believe that us as a nation have gone too astray in our own accomplishments, in our own endeavors, in our own individual spiritual self-gratifying pathways, and they're not his. And he's trying to, I believe, bring us back into alignment with him and really just showcase that you don't have this thing on your own. You can't handle everything. You don't know how to get out of this. And as a byproduct, you need me. You need me. And we do. We do need him. And we need him now more than ever. Because we don't understand what's gonna happen, or what's gonna come to fruition out of all this. We're living day by day now, which is exactly how we should have lived before. Exactly. Giving thanks, giving praise, being grateful for every single day that you have, because you really don't know about tomorrow. And even though this isn't something that's, it's of magnitude, but it's not something that is actually, dropping people like flies left and right. I'm saying that even amidst all of this turmoil, and the turmoil that it's going to proceed, we have to develop or adopt a mentality of adaptability. That's going to be you centering yourself around a faith-filled construct. And that requires you to put an understanding in the uncertainty that lays ahead. Because that's exactly what this is. It's uncertainty, and you're at the mercy of it. So, understanding that adapting and not adopting a fearful framework is going to be your catalyst out of this. That's hard for a lot of people. And especially when you watch the news. I understand staying informed. I understand that. But there's a difference between staying informed and binging. And I think a lot of people now are just binging on the news, because it's on every channel, and it's really something of it's a drama that we even though we don't want to watch or see, it's like a train wreck. We have to know more about it. I'm telling you, you don't have to know more about it. You have to know what you have to know, and that's it, whatever that means. But you have to know just the bare minimum to obviously to function in life and to have a head up on what's going on. But you don't have to binge on this shit. And furthermore, you have to go the other direction. Go the other direction. Focus on the faith aspect of this. This is your time right now. This is an opportunity for you to get centrated in what should have been centrated with you all along, which is your spiritual self, which is your coming into alignment with God. I talk about it so much because it bears the consistent reintroduction every single day. These are simple but paramount constituents that we need to apply to our life every single day. And I'm telling you, this isn't going anywhere, and neither are you. You're going to live this one out. You're going to become adapted to your surroundings. You're not going to become a byproduct of fear. You cannot let fear in the passenger side of your car, because your faith and your fear can't drive the same road. One goes one way and the other goes the other way. I know this is all simple, and I know you've heard it a million times, but there's a difference with hearing it and applying it. The applicatory process is fearful. It's fearful because you're kind of letting go of what you can do on your own, and you're letting something in that you don't really know concretely if it's going to take over, it's going to do what you want it to do. And you by nature want to make these things happen on your own. This is not how this goes. You're living day by day. You're a prisoner. I'm a prisoner to this thing. But I'd rather be a prisoner in faith than a prisoner of fear. This is something that we need to adapt to. How strong is your adaptability? I remember we were traveling to Mexico in 2010. And at this time I was like full-fledged into bodybuilding, competing. And I was so essentially I was all about my regiment. All about it. My supplement regimen, my protein powders, my aminos, my creatine, all that junk, right? I had a specific luggage bag just for my supplements. And it was all my powders, all my pills, all that, right? And we go to Mexico, and it was for my cousin's wedding. It was 2009, 2010, one of the two. Doesn't matter. And we traveled there, and I had one luggage in supplements, one luggage in clothes. And so we get to the airport to pick our stuff up in the baggage claim, and I can't find one of my pieces of luggage. Now, I didn't remember which one stowed away the supplements, but I remember which one was most important to me, the supplement one, right? Because at this time, that was like my gold, right? Okay, so get to the airport, try to retrieve the luggage. I can't find one. I'm unzipping the one that I did found, praying that it was the supplements instead of my clothes. I can totally absorb losing my clothes, not a big deal. Most of you would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I lost my clothes. That would be, the worst. I didn't care about that as much as I cared about my supplements. This is true life. You can ask my mom. So my mom actually ended up telling me, let me go back. She ended up saying, or I ended up opening the baggage up, wasn't the supplements. I ended up kind of freaking out a little bit. And I remember just getting frustrated and giving the short side of the stick to everybody in my family that was around me. And everybody knew how that affected me because remember, at this time, I'm like competing. I'm like 7 shows deep. This is like something that I really love to do. And they knew it. And they knew that I was going to become a little bit of an a-hole or prick as a byproduct, right? And I was. But I remember traveling to the hotel. And at this point, we had to go into like a little van, like a shuttle to go to the hotel. And I was kind of numb at the time because I knew that. And remember, this is first world problems, I'm like 21 or something, and I'm like, I thought my whole life was like coming to a halt because I didn't have my supplements. I'm like thinking I'm going to get small and all my gains are going to go away and all this, whatever. So we end up, as we're shuttling there to the hotel, I remember just being like a blank, just blank on my face. And I just, nobody wanted to talk to me. They understood what I was going through. And then one of them offered to go to GNC. Like, should we go to GNC? My mom said, let's go to GNC, let's get you some protein. And so that made me feel a little better. And I went to GNC, got a protein, couldn't read the label because I'm not a Spanish-speaking fluent person. And I missed the part where it said mass gainer when I was really trying to buy just whey protein. So I get this mass gainer home thinking it's protein. Didn't even want to use it because when I started to inspect the label, I saw it said something. I don't know what the word is for mass. it said, I saw there was a word different. I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a mass gainer. I looked on the back of the label, which I should have beforehand. Saw that the numbers were ridiculously high. It was a mass gainer protein shake. And I know some of you are thinking, oh, who cares, big deal. It was to me because I was in a dieting phase at this point, so I didn't want to have all those extra calories. And I couldn't use it. I think I took it back or something of that measure. So I had to relish the fact that I didn't have what I was comfortable with. I didn't have the components that I thought I needed. And I had to just eat regular food. I had to just eat food and train, and that was it. That's all I had. I didn't have any multivitamins. I didn't have any branched chain amino acids. I didn't have any creatine, no protein, no nothing. No pre-workout. I had to just inhale the basics, which was just food and coffee, and that was it, and training. And I had to just count on those. Let me tell you, I was fine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Of course you're fine. That's just supplements. This is the same thing. You're going to go without what you think are necessities for a short while, and then you're going to bounce back. And you're going to have more than you had before, similar to Job in the book of the Bible. This is no different. This is just what we're dealing with in a Unitarian sense. We're going through this together, okay? I realized that when I didn't have my supplements and I just had the bare essentials, that's all I needed. I didn't need any of the hoopla. I didn't need any of the fluff. And I think this is going to strip us of a lot of the things that we understood that we didn't really need in the first place, which is the self-loathing, self-entitlement position or posture that we carry all throughout our life. We're going to come back to alignment with God. We're going to come back to alignment with faith and having perseverance in the struggles that we can't understand and the uncertainty that lays ahead, because ultimately we're only as good as where we are with God, period. You don't need most of the shit that's in your life. And you need to have more of the thing that you lack, which is faith. You have so much fear and you have so little faith. This is a good time for you to live. Not a bad time. Get that through your head. Done.